new grind. I got a question for you. Are you living life, or is life living you? How bad do you want to be successful? Are you ready to level up in life? Are you ready to go to that next level? Are you sick of being average? I ask you again, are you living life, or is life living you? Blessed and unstoppable, the international world tour. Dr. Billy Alsbrooks, coming to a city near you. I'll be teaching a 4-hour, life-changing seminar on the art of greatness. Arise, champion. Every city will sell out. Get your tickets now. This year we're taking this thing global. 27 cities, Toronto, London, Paris, Rome. We're coming to impact 1 billion people. If you are serious about success, be at one of these events. Get your tickets now at blessedandunstoppable.com. Beethoven, the great maestro, went completely deaf at the height of his career. Now, he'd been playing music, composing for 3 decades, 30 plus years. So he knew how music worked, how the sounds and vibrations created the feelings and emotions. So from this point forward, he had to compose and conduct in his mind and imagination. He used to take a pencil and put it in his mouth and touch the piano with it so that he could feel the vibration on the inside of himself. He used to lay his whole head down on the top of the piano as he played. He connected deeply with his work. He conducted some of his masterpieces, the most deeply and intense music ever created, when he was deaf. And the way he did it was he went inside. Cause see, when you don't have your ears or your eyes, you have to find other ways to connect. So he went inside and found that truth that was on the inside of him. Now, from the world's perspective, deafness to a composer is a major weakness, right? But if you listen to Moonlight Sonata, you hear that tension, you hear that power that he's unleashing through his fingers. Through deafness, he finally heard himself. Each one of us in our own life is a composer, a maestro, a conductor, structuring and arranging the music of our lives. And I'm not talking literally about music, I'm talking about truth. Expressing it in creative ways. Whether it's in business, marriages, relationships, spiritual life, whatever it is, you are the maestro. Listen to that voice within. Compose your own Moonlight Sonata, your own symphony of truth in what you do. Don't get distracted. Stay engaged in a never-ending, fierce conversation with your own spirit. Truth is the chiropractor of the mind. I see you. Let her fire set your world ablaze. Sail the new seas like Columbus, looking for the new world that has existed on the inside of you all along. Truth is the new black. Einstein approached everything in his life with what he called thoroughly conscious ignorance, which is a prelude to every real advance in knowledge. But the wisdom in his approach can be applied to more than just math, physics, and algorithms. We can use that same mindset to discover the truth in ourselves and awaken to who our Maker designed us to be. The greatest discovery ever is to discover yourself. It's been said 1,000 times. To be successful, you gotta be passionate about what you're doing. But now, what is passion? Let's define it. Passion is just the fire and energy expressed when one's truth is truly discovered. When you tap into it, it's a byproduct. Truth is the new black, the couture for greatness. Authenticity is the most sought after ticket around. People will pay top dollar to come sit in the front row to see you play with feeling, depth, and unhindered truth. Now, this is the secret. Now, you You can apply this to sports, martial arts, the boxing ring, meditation, painting, drawing, starting a new company, your spiritual walk, your marriage, whatever. This should be one mindset congruent across all areas of your life. Authenticity is a universal principle that no matter what is applied in will take you to the next level. It's time for you to stop dating your calling and to get married, to settle down and have a family. I now pronounce you Mr. and Mrs. Greatness. Just as JFK in 1963 went to Berlin and stood at the walls, I stand at your walls, the walls that have separated you from the best version of yourself, the walls that have limited greatness from thriving in your life. I stand at the walls that have hindered your marriage, your relationships, those same walls that have stifled your growth, choked your full potential, and kept you in a box, a prison of absolute mediocrity. I stand at the walls today with pride and I say, tear down these walls and unleash yourself upon the world. Play your truth, maestro. I speak for the whole world. We deeply crave and connect with your music, your originality, your authenticity, the original you. Truth is the new black. So drape yourself down from head to toe with it. Set yourself on fire and the world will come see you burn. The ivory and black keys lust for your permission to strike the strings with originality, to dance unashamed to the music that's been a prisoner of fear inside of you. Tear down those walls and unleash yourself upon the world. Just as Martin Luther nailed his 95 Thesis to the door of the Castle Church in Wittenberg in 1517, I nail this message on the hearts of all who have been too insecure to reveal themselves fully to the world. Let the revolution, the second reformation, begin. This time the war is on all the enemies that stand in the way of self-awareness, all that oppose the truth inside of you, and all the adversaries of your authenticity. Nothing is more seductive than a person beautiful in truth. We're all just models on the runway of life. Some of us are posing while others are projecting. The power is in the projecting. I initiate this revolution, this second reformation. This time, it's rooted in faith applied, truth displayed. This is what it's about. We don't have to go to some cathedral, some church building, and sit in a pew to honor our Maker. We get up every day, drape ourselves down in this truth that I'm talking about, and play maestro. Be at peace with who God made you to be, and you'll see all the insecurities were all an illusion. There's nothing wrong with you. I'm giving you the secret right here. Oh, if you just grasp what I'm trying to tell you and apply it into your life, your whole life will change. And once you experience it in one area of your life, you won't be able to stand living without it in every area of your life. Tear down those walls and unleash yourself on the world. Play the keys of truth, maestro. We deeply crave and connect with your music. Every word I'm saying is truth, and truth will get you high. And right now I'm on cloud 9 just saying this. Truth is the chiropractor of the mind, and what you need daily is an adjustment, a treatment to come back into alignment with yourself. Stay yourself, be yourself, express yourself. Now the masses, they'll never reach their full potential because they live their lives horizontally. They're trapped in a linear world of 9 to 5, trading their time for dollars. But what I'm trying to get you to do is get out of that horizontal and go vertical. And what I'm saying by that is, first to go vertical, you gotta go down. Down inside, dig deep. Find out who you are. Find the gifts, the talents, the callings that God put in you. Then look up, give Him praise, and then rise, maestro. Truth is the new black. Sing, maestro. Tear down those walls and unleash yourself upon the world. The real you. I'm Billy Alsbrooks, and I came to change the world. Blessed and unstoppable, the second reformation. To God be the glory. The struggle is real. but you know you were meant for more. That dream that's on the inside of you just won't shut up. Cause you know you were meant for more. You've always been different. They never understood you. They've always doubted you. Cause you're different. But you know something that they don't know. You know to be successful you cannot follow the masses. You gotta be different. And you are bold enough to be you. You've always been different. Success ain't for everybody. B7U clothing. Wear your identity.
That was a super important moment. Those are the two things that hold you back. The two things that hold everybody back. Ask. So many of you are just not asking. The fear of rejection or the laziness of the execution is stopping people from winning.
Hashtag laziness. I think that is a very, very strong word.
It is one of those two things, Marcus. I'm telling you right now, if you actually have a product and you actually spend 10 hours a day, and I love when people are like, 10 hours a day. I was running a very large wine retail business, and when Twitter came out, I went pot committed, all in, and I was spending 10 hours a day. I built my entire brand from that ecosystem. It's unbelievable what 10 hours a day of asking 850 chefs a day on Instagram. 109 chefs will take a photo with your olive oil. 39 moms that have a lot of other moms that give a crap will take a photo with your olive oil, and it's just the work and the asking. That was a super important moment. Those are the two things that hold you back. The two things that hold everybody back. That's it. This is dreams we're talking about. We're talking about dreams. So many people are asking me like, how do I live my dream, Gary? And you know, I don't have time. I have mortgages and bills and responsibilities in my job. I don't have time for my side hustle, my Twitch channel, my Instagram account, my Shopify store selling hoodies. And I keep getting to this new place, which is, talk to me about your bills. Like, why'd you buy an apartment that stretches you? Why is your car so fancy? Like, why do you need the new Gucci every time? Like, why are you going out Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night? Like, why are you going to Coachella? Like, why are you going to Avengers opening night and buying the biggest piece of popcorn and candy? Like, the answer to all of your questions is not how much money you make or how much time you have, it's what you're spending your money on. Why do you want the newest pair of Yeezys? Why? Why? You're not entitled to your dream. You're not entitled. Nobody's entitled to be an amazing dancer. Nobody that tours the world and gets to dance and open for Beyonce and make $580 a year and live it and go to Monaco on the weekends. Like, it's not how it works. Everybody starts at zero. Some people start at different places, but anybody who does it for themselves has to sacrifice. Like, yes, like, move. Like, my city's expensive, move. Like, my car payments are high, sell your car and take the bus. This is dreams we're talking about. We're talking about dreams. We're talking about, like, I want to be a professional gamer. We're talking about, I want to get paid $200,000 to give a speech. We're talking about, that isn't normal. Dreams require sacrifices. People don't want to sacrifice. Like, some reason, DNA, parenting, circumstance, I'm on the extreme end of everything's my fault. Nobody owes me. I shouldn't get anything unless I bleed for it. It's one big framework, D-Rock, of like, of self-esteem, lack of self-esteem / insecurity, entitlement, or accountability. It's these huge things. I'm not judging people other than I'm asking people and I'm bringing up a different debate that isn't being talked about a lot, which is, why do you want to go to Coachella? That's what I'm interested in.
Wounded, I wear scars like tattoos. No regrets, all in, not afraid to lose. Paying dues, bold, watch me climb. Blind to the haters, cause it's my time. Grind, got me screaming God still moves. Sunday service, every day, front page news. Raw, intense, fierce conversations. 1 billion, voice of a generation. On fire, committed, dedicated. Sowing hope and life over the incarcerated. Liberation, I speak for the lost. No regrets, all in, I'm coming for it all.
Can't you see the fire in my heart? I have no defense. I'm not afraid to chase the dark or live without regret. To live, to live, to 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 live without regret.
Somebody needs to hear this. Your legacy will not be determined by how old you are when you die. Your legacy will be determined by how many days you actually live. Some of you out there have been filtering every decision of your life through fear. You cannot win the game of life this way. When you play timid and scared, you disqualify yourself from greatness. It's okay to try and fail. It is inexcusable to fail because you did not try. The world belongs to the bold and the rest are just spectators. It's time for you to get in the game. To go to the next level in life, you must move away from the safety and comfort of the familiar and instead aggressively pursue the unknown. You have greatness in you.
Can't you see the fire in my heart? I have no defense. I'm not afraid to chase the dark or live without regret. To live, to live, to 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 live without regret.
For the Lord didn't give us a spirit of fear, but a power of love and of sound mind. You see, fear is temporary. Regret is forever. The question is, are you living life or is life living you? Man was only designed to experience death one time. But every day that you get up and you give in to fear is the day you died. Some people go through their life dying 30,000 deaths. Some people never even live. Maybe this is you. But if you are hearing this message, it is not by mistake. You can change it today. Champions conquer opportunity with boldness, with bravery, with hunger. And every day is an opportunity for you to live. Get up today and attack life. Seize the moment.
Can't you see the fire in my heart? I have no defense. I'm not afraid to chase the dark or live without regret. To live, to live, to 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 live without regret.
Overcomer, I speak for the lost. No regrets, all in, coming for it all. Stand tall, back down for nothing. I play the game fearless, I'm trying to build something. Laser focus, I'm borderline obsessive. I'm a warrior, draped down in the blessing. Global dreams, I hear them laughing. I keep grinding, burning with passion. Young and restless, raw product of the struggle. I'm so aggressive, non-stop with the hustle. One shot, give it everything you got. I'm on fire burning, see you at the top.
Can't you see the fire in my heart? I have no defense. I'm not afraid to chase the dark or live without regret. To live, to live, to live without regret. To live, to live, to live without regret. To live, to live, to live without regret.
Alsbrooks, and I am blessed and unstoppable. Impact 1 billion people. B7, you close. 120, beast mode, all in, nothing less. We leaving it all on the table, no regrets. Like a warrior, hungry, dedicated, and fearless. And to God be the glory. Blessed and unstoppable. Success starts with putting the right things into your mind. And my new book, Blessed and Unstoppable, was strategically designed to align your mind with the laws of success. This curriculum will teach you the inner mechanics required to go from average to phenomenal. From living a life with limits to being blessed and unstoppable. As you follow this guide step by step, amazing breakthroughs will happen. New doors of opportunity will open, and favor will begin to chase you down. Blessed and Unstoppable is a 31-day devotional on the laws of success. This book will instigate the thought process and actions required to transform your life. Each day has a Bible verse, a teaching on that day's principle, a positive affirmation, a prayer for the day, self-assessment questions, success quotes, action steps, and a powerful inspirational message. Regardless of what field you're in, Blessed and Unstoppable is your blueprint for success. Get your copy at blessedandunstoppable.com. Also available on Amazon. I remember a while ago, before my book took off and before the speaking took off, I was out to dinner with my family, and we were all gathered around the table, and I was talking about what I wanted to do, my dream, my vision, what I wanted to accomplish with my life. And I could tell by the look on their face, the look in their eyes, they didn't believe me. They just didn't get it. I really wanted that validation. I wanted somebody to look at me and say, I believe in you. But that's the way it's always been in my life. See, when you dream big, it's like you speak a different language. The common man, the average person, will not understand a person who is dreaming on the next level. I got so mad inside, I couldn't wait to get back home. See, I just got this big 6-foot dry erase board on my wall, and I had set my goals big, I thought, until I had that conversation with my family that did not understand who they were sitting across the table from. And when I got home, I ran straight up to my office. I grabbed that eraser and I wiped my dry erase board clean. All the goals that I had dreamed before, I wiped them off. And then I started writing bigger goals, bigger dreams, bigger ambitions. See, if they're not gonna understand me, then it doesn't really matter how big I dream. They're not gonna understand me anyway. So if I'm gonna dream, I might as well dream to the max. I might as well invite God into my situation and let Him prove His glory, to prove His power, to prove His magnificence through me. Now somebody needs to hear this out there that's listening to me. Those closest to you, those closest around you will be the last to see the change in you. First got into the music business. I had been with this girl for 5 years, but her mother couldn't stand me. See, I didn't have any money at the time. I wasn't working a 9 to 5, I was just grinding with my music, trying to make something happen. All I had was a dream. And I used to talk about this dream when I go over to my girlfriend's house. And her mother would give me this look. She said, son, you're just a dreamer. That thing you're dreaming is never gonna happen. And I don't want my daughter with somebody like you who's not gonna be anything in life. She ended up giving my girlfriend an ultimatum. She said, you either break up with him or you get out of my house. She had heard the negativity that her mother said about me so many times, she believed it. She gave up on me, and we went our separate ways. But what her mother said, that I was just a dreamer, stuck with me my whole music career. I would ask myself every single day, are you just a dreamer? Or are you a person who can grind until they execute? Somebody who can make that dream a reality. Is that you? 6 months after that breakup, I signed my first record deal. And 3 months after that, I hit the Billboard charts. That stuck with me though. What she said, Billy, you're just a dreamer and you're never gonna be nothing. I heard that voice over and over and over. So when I was outside that club promoting my music at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, morning, dealing with every kind of thing you could imagine, drunks and gangs and people packing guns and that negative environment, and that voice on the inside of me said, go home, it's late. I would stay that extra hour. I would stay that extra 2 hours grinding to prove to the world that I wasn't just dreaming. The greatness was on the inside of me. I know I'm talking to somebody out there right now who can relate to what I'm saying. You got dreams, you got ambitions. That 9-to-5 job is just not enough for you. You got this grand goal of conquering the world, but no one around you believes you. Listen to me, champion. Don't get discouraged by that. You see, the common man, the average person, they can only see with their eyes. But the greats, the legends, the difference makers, the ones that have rocked and shake this globe, they saw with their mind. The word says, where there was no vision, the people perish. Don't be scared to dream big. You see, the world belongs to the bold, and the rest are just spectators. So when you're writing out your goals, don't just set your goals to the level of your own ability. Set them to the level of the God that you serve, because with God, all things are possible. My biggest challenge was managing my expectations for others. You see, I expect everyone around me to get it, everyone around me to understand the dream that's on the inside of me. And that's just not reality. They are not the same. Now, I don't say this in an arrogant manner. They just don't have revelation yet of the God that's on the inside of them. It don't take faith to dream small. That's why so many people do it. This guy reached out to me a few months ago about doing an interview on his TV show. And it all worked out because 2 weeks later I was doing an event up in his city. So I get to his city, I reach out to him, text him, I'm like, hey, where you want to meet up? And he said, first come by the house and then we'll go to the station to do the interview. So he sent me his address. I put it in my GPS and began the journey across town. And as I pull in the neighborhood, I realized this is a rough area of town. But I'm trusting the spirit that is in me, because it is guiding me to this man. And when I get over there, his house is the only house on the street that is not boarded up. Every house next to him is boarded up and abandoned. But this guy had something about him different. I pull up in the driveway and he comes out and welcomes me and introduces himself and invites me on in the house. Now, when I go in the house, all I see are goals and vision boards and dreams written down everywhere. See, this man had been in prison for 15 years, but got saved inside. And God began to pour these dreams out on him. And when he got out, God slowly began to open these doors, these unimaginable doors. First he got a radio show, then he got a TV show. God put a book in him. This guy had every reason in the world to make an excuse why he couldn't do something when he got out. He'd been gone 15 years, but he didn't make excuses. He dreamed big because he knew the word and said, with God all things are possible. And he bought into that. Now this man wasn't living where he wanted to live, but he wasn't living where he was living. Do you understand what I'm saying? His mind was not in that bad area of town. His mind had already rented the U-Haul, packed everything up and moved out of there. And everybody in that house, his new wife, his stepchildren, all of them spoke the dream. Every single one of them had their own goal sheet. Every one of them had their own vision board. Every one of them spoke success. Every one of them spoke faith. Now, I don't know how long it will take for that man to manifest what's in him, but I know he's going to, because he has aligned with the laws of success. All you have to do is get clear on what you want in life. And you do that by starting with the way you want to feel. How do you want to feel every single day when you get up? Now with me, every day that I get up, I want to be on fire. I want to do the things that I'm passionate about. I want to write, I want to speak, I want to create, I want to get in front of people and change lives. This is what I want to do every single day of my life. Once you figure out how you want to feel, then you lay out outcomes that will produce those feelings. What outcomes, if you achieve, will make you feel the way that you want to feel? What do you want your legacy here on earth to be? When you are dead and gone, what do you want people to say about you? Most people are too lazy to do the inner homework required for greatness. The majority of the world says they want to be successful, but that's not true. What they want to do is look successful. successful. They don't want to be successful. They don't want to do the things that it takes, the things that are required to produce that. They just want to look like that. Success is available to anybody, but not everybody is willing to pay the price that it costs to do it. Now see, here's the thing. If you want massive success, if you want to level up, if you want to go to that next level, the thing is, you gotta be willing to go down that road alone. Most people don't speak the language of greatness. And there's not a setting inside Google Translate to translate that big dream that you're talking into common language. They will not understand what it is you are saying if you're dreaming big. Now, if you got small dreams, everybody can hear you. Everybody will pat you on the back and say, sure, go ahead, buddy, you can do it. But if you dream big, I'm talking about global, galactic dreams. If you want to change the world, you gotta be willing to do that thing solo. Get up every single day and seek your calling. Find that thing that God has anointed you to do and get in the center of it. Get in the center of it. Turn up. Set yourself on fire and then aim for the stars. All things are possible with God. Somebody emailed me asking what I wrote on my vision board that night I went home. I wrote 1 billion people. Impact, motivate, inspire, sow life over 1 billion people around this globe. I am Billy Alsbrooks, blessed and unstoppable, and I will do what I set out to do. To God be the glory. Those who play timid and scared disqualify themselves. If you want to do big things in life, every move you make has to be strategic. If you want to taste greatness, you gotta aggressively attack the unknown. You gotta be hungry, dedicated, and fearless. The world belongs to the bold, and the rest are just spectators. You gotta dream the dream, then get up every single day and aggressively pursue that greatness that's on the inside of you. My daddy used to say, son, if you're gonna make a mistake, then make it full speed. B7U clothing, wear your identity.
Take it all from me. Take my money, take the jet, take the house. I still got me. I still got my courage. I still got who I know I am now. For the first time in my life, I know who I am.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you guys very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Love you guys. For most of you that have ever struggled in your life, I come from a lot of struggle, okay? In 1983, I was living in that little joint right there. Rent was $275 a month. I lived in one half of it. I was beat within 76 stitches in my head and face. I was beat within, I don't know, inches of my life. In 1983, I started to turn my whole life around. And I want to share with you today what I did to do that, okay? I was broke at that time. I was 25 years of age. This was 35 years ago. I'm 60 years old. It seems like this was just like yesterday. And time's passing. How many of you are like, I can't believe I'm this old, or this age, or that age, right? Or 25. I remember when I was 25, I can't believe I'm 25. I'm an old man, right? And so I was broke at that time. I was in debt. How many of you have been in debt before? Not a good feeling. And that's what everybody kept telling me. And that's one of the things that kept me from being where I should be. Okay, you're getting misinformation right now. I was broke, I was in debt, I was literally bankrupt in every way a person could be bankrupt. Spiritually, mentally, physically. I weighed 138 pounds. I weigh maybe 170, so it's about 32 pounds less than I weigh right now. I was sick. I was a mess. But how many of you you've been a mess before in your life? Okay, good. So we got a lot in common. I know this, if you want things to change, they can change. And they're not going to change just because you pray, just because you wish, just because you hope. And they won't change just because your family wants it to change. It did not change until I started getting information. And if you're taking notes today, it didn't start changing until I started getting rid of information. One of the most important things that happened to me in my life was to get rid of information. A man told me once, he's like, hey, look, man, if things aren't going well, somebody or something is causing it not to go well. How many agree with that statement? Okay? Things aren't going well, something or someone is causing things not to go well. Okay? And before you guys take on the Republicans or the Democrats or the conspiracy, he said, Grant, before you take on other people, why don't you just take on these 24 inches right here, bud? Okay, before you take on changing the whole world, why don't you handle like between your shoulders? Because you got your hands full.
Blessed and unstoppable. Success starts with putting the right things into your mind. And my new book, Blessed and Unstoppable, was strategically designed to align your mind with the laws of success. This curriculum will teach you the inner mechanics required to go from average to phenomenal, from living a life with limits to being blessed and unstoppable. As you follow this guide step by step, amazing breakthroughs will happen. New doors of opportunity will open, and favor will begin to chase you down. Blessed and Unstoppable is a 31-day devotional on the laws of success. This book will instigate the thought process and actions required to transform your life. Each day has a Bible verse, a teaching on that day's principle, a positive affirmation, a prayer for the day, self-assessment questions, success quotes, action steps, and a powerful inspirational message. Regardless of what field you're in, Blessed and Unstoppable is your blueprint for success. Get your copy at blessedandunstoppable.com. Also available on Amazon. Blessed and Unstoppable. Impact 1 billion people. Legacy. It's all about legacy. We got a 4-point strategy for reaching the globe. Stage 1, put out the book. The book so far, 600,000 in sales, on the way to 7, sold in 27 countries. Part 2, streaming, Spotify, YouTube, Pandora, Google Play, all of that. Number 3, the tour. We're taking that Blessed and Unstoppable tour to the top 40 cities in the United States of America for phase 1, then to the globe. And number 4, today what we are here for is to launch B7U clothing. This brand will allow you to wear on the outside what you are on the inside. The B standing for blessed, the U standing for unstoppable. Now you always ask me, what does the 7 mean? What does the 7 mean in all the clothing line here? The 7 is the spiritual number for completion. It's symbolic. You'll see inside the 7, you see the cross. You see the 3-point crown, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. Then you see the 5-point star. Each star point represents a letter in grace. Because see, when you're anchored in grace, rooted in purpose, aggressively pursuing your calling, only then are you blessed and unstoppable. B7U clothing, wear your identity. Blessed and unstoppable. Success starts with putting the right things into your mind. And my new book, Blessed and Unstoppable, was strategically designed to align your mind with the laws of success. This curriculum will teach you the inner mechanics required to go from average to phenomenal, from living a life with limits to being blessed and unstoppable. As you follow this guide step by step, amazing breakthroughs will happen. New doors of opportunity will open, and favor will begin to chase you down. Blessed and Unstoppable is a 31-day devotional on the laws of success. This book will instigate the thought process and actions required to transform your life. Each day has a Bible verse, a teaching on that day's principle, a positive affirmation, a prayer for the day, self-assessment questions, success quotes, action steps, and a powerful inspirational message. Regardless of what field you're in, Blessed and Unstoppable is your blueprint for success. Get your copy at blessedandunstoppable.com. Also available on Amazon.